Ravens flock, the flock rundown is the place to be. My man Ryan has been a lifelong Ravens fan since he was born. So I'm telling you now, it's about to go down. The podcast, the flock rundown. Ravens, baby. Nothing gets better than waking up and wondering how high we can fly. Tune in.
Motionless brainwaves attempt to swim their way to sense, can't tame the untamed.
Appreciate you, Ray. What's up, Ravens fans? My name is Ryan. Welcome back to another episode of the Flock Rundown. So James Jones was on Speak, that's on FS1 yesterday, and he said that he was recently in Baltimore and spoke with Todd Monken, and Todd Monken told him that he's taking Lamar back to Louisville this year. Roll the clip.
To go down there to Baltimore and get in the facilities and talk to Monken. And he said, we are taking Lamar Action Jackson back to Louisville.
Ooh.
It's 4 wide. Come get it.
Whoa.
He's going to get the ball out of his hands. He's going to throw this thing, make the right reads. And it's not going to be 9 people in the box that he got to juke. Mm-hmm. If he does choose to scramble, it's going to be 5 people in the box. He got to make one miss to go do what he does.
Gotta love to hear that. You gotta love to hear that. Now, we knew Monken was coming in and was going to shake things up and bring a new pass game scheme. And Monken talked about how he wants to space the field. So this is what James Jones is referring to. He's just kind of echoing what Monken's already said, but we haven't heard he's taking Lamar back to Louisville. Spread the field with all the weapons we have. You can't stack the box. We still got a great run game with J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards. Lamar's going to freestyle run if everything downfield is covered. You can't have everyone stacked in the box like you used to. You can't have all your attention on Mark Andrews. If you double, triple team Mark Andrews, you have one-on-one matchups everywhere. And I'll get into what they said about Zay Flowers in a second, but we have weapons. We have Odell, Rashad Bateman. Hopefully he's back full strength and healthy. We haven't seen him in a little bit, but from everything I'm hearing, Rashad Bateman will be back. It's just this is a part of his recovery process. And then rave reviews from Zay Flowers. That's not even counting the depth. Nelson Aguilar, Devin Duvernay. When Rashad Bateman went down last year, Devin Duvernay and Demarcus Robinson were like our number 1 receivers. And now Duvernay is our 4th, 5th guy. I don't know who's going to get more touches between him and Aguilar, but I'm just saying we've upgraded our skill positions overnight. Eric DeCosta did an incredible job getting Odell and then double dipping and getting Zay Flowers in the first round as well. And then we have to hope that Bateman comes back in his full strength as well. He's still young. I still think he's got a ton of potential. I couldn't be more excited to hear this. Spread the field. He says 4 wide. I don't know if that would be 4 wide receivers. We could have Mark kind of in the slot. I would be surprised if we were running 4 wide receivers often. I'm not saying we don't have a package that doesn't have that, but I think Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely can be lined up in the slot. I would say most likely it's going to be 3 wide receiver sets. I don't think we would go 4 wide receivers too often, but regardless, he's trying to create a lot of space, and I love that. I just don't see a way that teams are going to be able to stop this offense. You're going to be able to slow it down here and there. You might win a battle against one of the receivers here and there, but you can't stop it because we can attack any type of way. In the past, we've had a dominant run game, and Mark Andrews has been our best receiver, but it's too hard when you can put all your attention on Mark Andrews because there's no one on the outside to win a one-on-one matchup. Well, now we have 3 guys to win one-on-one matchups. That should win one-on-one matchups, or the majority of them. There's no team that has 3 unbelievable shutdown corners that they're going to be able to place on each guy and stop each guy from winning their route. With all these one-on-one matchups that are going to be created, these receivers are going to eat. And then when these receivers start eating, that run game is wide open because you just can't have it both. You can't shut both down. And then on top of that, the biggest X factor out of all of that is if everything is covered, Lamar's going to take off. Lamar's going to have 1 guy to miss, maybe 2 guys to miss. He's not going to have to go fight that whole stacked box that he was. I just can't imagine a way to stop this. And Todd Monken got a little lucky in some sense that we were able to get all these guys. I mean, he didn't know ahead of time. When he signed, Lamar wasn't signed, Odell wasn't signed, Zay wasn't drafted. So very quickly after Todd Monken signed, we got all those guys. So he's got to be sitting there at the drawing board just like our options are unlimited. James Jones, also on the same show, had this to say about Zay Flowers.
Another thing I'm hearing out of that camp is Zay Flowers is the best receiver out there, including OBJ, and it ain't close.
And it ain't close. I haven't heard that yet. This is the first time I'm hearing that. Zay Flowers is the best receiver out there, and it's not close. That includes Odell, obviously. I would say that doesn't include Rashad Bateman, just because he hasn't been able to participate in minicamp or any offseason training activity. Really, he's still on his timeline to recovery. But, man, you got to love hearing that. Zay Flowers is the best wide receiver on the Ravens right now, and it's not close. And some people may take that as Odell's not going to perform well or he doesn't look good or our depth of Aguilar and Duvernay is just so average that Zay looks like the best receiver there. But I'm not taking it that way. I think Zay is that dude. We all heard how Steve Smith said how much he loves him. A.J. Brown was on a draft show with Micah Parsons when the Ravens drafted Zay Flowers, and A.J. Brown said that Zay's the best wide receiver in this draft. If you got great NFL wide receivers recognizing Zay's talent, that tells me something for sure. And Odell may have lost a step. I'm not arguing that Odell's going to be prime Odell. I still think Odell's going to ball this year and contribute in many ways. I think he's going to be that big play catch when we need it guy, that third down conversion, throw it to Odell. His catch radius in his hands did not go away with his injuries. If he lost if he lost a tiny bit of burst or explosiveness or top end speed, he can still get the job done on third down, in big play moments, in the red zone when we need a touchdown, a jump ball. When's the last time we had a jump ball guy? I mean, I remember dude in the preseason went up and got it, but like we haven't had a starter that you could throw the ball up to. I think Odell can make Anquan Bolden-like plays. And then we got Bateman, who should be, if healthy, a very well-rounded receiver. Someone who has some burst still, someone who has some explosiveness, all the route running and the catch radius. And Zay's your speed, change of pace guy, play anywhere on the field, slot, outside, can run every route, and also has hands. The only thing he lacks is a little bit of size, but he plays bigger than he is. He's a smaller guy, but he plays physical. He plays like a Raven. And for them to say that he's the best wide receiver right now and it's not even close is an incredible sign that Zay Flowers could be a big time player in this league. I think he will, but we still got to see it on the field. I'm not saying this is a lock. This is James Jones giving something that he heard from the Ravens, but still, he spoke with Todd Monken. Unless he's lying, he spoke with Todd Monken. This is coming from Todd Monken. So I don't think that this is false information. I think that the Ravens plan to spread the field, use all the weapons, and when the play breaks down, Lamar is going to take off, and he is the most dynamic running quarterback ever in the league right now and ever. I keep seeing Justin Fields is the best running quarterback in the NFL. Yeah, okay. Throw on the film. Fields is great. Don't get me wrong. I love Justin Fields. I think he's a tremendous player. Watch Fields running plays. Watch Lamar's running plays back to back. You tell me. I don't even need to tell you. You tell me who's better. It's not even close to me. So Lamar still got that. He's not old. Lamar is entering the prime of his career. This next 5-year window of this deal is Lamar's prime. I'm not saying it can't go on further than that, but we're about to get Lamar's best 5 years, and it's just a perfect situation that he now has a ton of weapons around him and an offensive coordinator who's willing to adapt his offense to these skilled players. He's like, we got all these weapons. Lamar has done this before without all these weapons, by the way. He didn't have a ton of weapons at Louisville. Lamar was doing that with average receivers. None of those Louisville receivers. Lamar was throwing to Jalen Smith most of the time. He's not in the NFL. Most of these Louisville receivers are not NFL players. Lamar has a way better supporting cast than he's ever had in his entire career at any level. And I think Todd Monken's the perfect guy for the job. And I was so excited when I heard this clip. I usually don't like making videos about some comment that some guy on TV says because he's usually like just looking for clicks or whatever, and I'm not trying to promote that, right? But James Jones said he spoke with Todd Monken. So like I said, unless he's just absolutely lying, this is all coming from Todd Monken. So this is something to talk about. This is coming from inside the building. We're taking Lamar back to Louisville. We're spreading this thing out. We can trust that Lamar's going to make the right reads. I definitely trust that Lamar will make the right reads. That's never been a problem. Lamar's been able to see the field his whole career. People just haven't been open. The routes and concepts that we were running haven't been innovative enough to even get people open easily. It's been relying on the receiver to get open and beat their man, but that's not been happening because we haven't had the talent. But now we have the talent and the coordinator that's going to bring this scheme, and Lamar Jackson running the show, who I have all the faith in the world in. And then Zay Flowers is the best wide receiver at the Ravens, and it's not even close right now. And then we got Bateman coming back. Whew. Let's go. Let's go, guys. This season's going to be special, I'm telling you. This season is going to be special, and I can't wait. But that's it for today. I appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Flock Rundown. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys next time.
Motionless brainwaves attempt to swim their way to sense, can't tame the untamed.